Okay guys, so part 2. Basically going on even more of a rampage than I did in part 1. I believe I'm somewhere around 30, maybe 40 kills, I don't know. But yeah, so this is part 2. So I call my care package and I immediately get a blackbird. So, enemy position and the direction they're moving is showing all times. I think it's one of the strongest kill streaks. So yeah. But I'm recording this like 2 hours after I recorded the first commentary because for some reason my computer decided to turn all the volume off. And me and my father were both scared because we thought it was the motherboard or the speakers, and it was looking like it was the motherboard. So I was gonna be out lots of money, but I decided to go into the control panel and check that out. And it turned out the volume was just off. So I'm pretty glad about that. Um, but yeah, so I'll still be able to do commentaries because I wasn't gonna be able to listen to my voice afterwards. So I would sound stupid, even though I'm doing this in one take anyway. But whatever, I'll learn more about that and edit and shit like that later because I am new to Pinnacle. I believe it's this chopper gunner that I just banana tear on because there's two spots that they spawn when they are attacking, I believe. It's here where I'm shooting now, and in that little parking lot. I mean, it's not a parking lot, big concrete area back in the back there. And they just can't get out when they're on defense, like we are. It's easier to hide behind buildings and be around cover before the chopper gunner can see you. Because there is like a 3 or 4 second delay, maybe 5, before you show up on the chopper gunner because they nerfed that a couple weeks back. And chopper gunner still goes to work, but not as much as it did. So yeah, we're 2 minutes and 30 seconds into this commentary right now, and I'm pretty much out of things to say. So I'm gonna sit here and think for a little while. Oh, okay. Well, I guess we'll talk about the spawn trap because you saw that my 2 guys were in there, and a guy just appeared. So they need to really nerf that shit. On Demolition especially. I think I might have talked about it in my earlier commentary on this. But they need to nerf that shit. If they're gonna nerf anything, they need to nerf the spawn trapping. And then there I go getting my 3rd or 4th chopper gunner. I believe it's my 4th. But I'm not sure. And this is the point in the game where I was talking about earlier, where me and Vile were racing to get the chopper gunner, and I could have gotten like 10, 12, 20 more kills. I don't know. Lots more kills. I could have gone well over 100 kills. Which, what I go is pretty substantial for, what I normally do. I mean, I've never got, like, before this gameplay, I never got past 60. Like, it was always, in the back of my mind, let's go 60 and something, that's what I want to do. And I got here, and I was like, man, let's get past 50. Oh, man, let's get past 60, let's get past, and so on and so forth. And I was like, let's get past, well, you'll see later on. Because, it's the suspense thing that I'm trying to go for right now, but you'll see later on. I just barely miss 100. So, yeah. But yeah, I mean, this is a perfect example. This whole game is a perfect example of spawn trapping and how powerful it can be. But like I said earlier, we were not. Well, I wasn't playing the objective at all. I know at least 1 or 2 people on my team were playing the objective, and the kid that was. Oh yeah, I was gonna talk about the Valkyrie rocket at the end of the video. So I was in my chopper gunner, right? And in the end of the last video, you see this Valkyrie rocket coming at me. And that was Evil Max or just plain Sorrow. He has 2 accounts. He goes by both of those names. He had Valkyrie rockets, and he was on the other team because we were in a party with him, and he got booted out. So he joined our session in progress. And he spawned on the other team, but he had a Valkyrie rocket, so he wanted to try and chase me down with that Valkyrie rocket. He didn't. He wasn't that successful. I think a chopper gunner is much faster than a Valkyrie rocket. You'd have to lead it by a lot and then be lucky if you wanted to shoot it down with that. So yeah. So that was the little, you know, funny thing at the end of that last video. So yeah. Talking about shit is really gonna be hard. I've got tons more gameplay to cover, and I've not got shit to cover. I can talk about why I haven't been putting up YouTube videos lately. It's because I was at my mother's house, and she's got a really old computer, which, you know, has like 256 megabytes of RAM, and I did not want to deal with that shit. So and then I tried it on my mother's boyfriend's computer. I'm guessing he has somewhere around 8 gigabytes of RAM or something like that. I don't know. He has lots of RAM. But the first thing was that Windows Movie Maker was not working. And so I went out and bought a Dazzle because I was going to, you know, just keep bumming off files for a little while until I got up enough money. You know, having him do the record and upload it to Dropbox for me. But then I just got so pissed off that I went out and spent all of my money, all of my Christmas money and everything on this shit. But it's turning out to be good because then I got Pinnacle, and Pinnacle was up and running on my mother's boyfriend's computer. And then it recorded and everything, and then the computer wasn't recognizing my mic, and so I could not do commentary on it, which really pissed me off because, you know, I'm not gonna put up a video unless it has commentary, or if it's a montage. Like, I'm gonna do this Tomahawk montage, where I go into like sticks and stones and shit, and, you know, do that. And I've got a game where I had 13 Tomahawk kills, but of course it's gonna be in montage format. So yeah. So what else? Oh yeah, I would put a I would be putting like "Welcome to the Jungle" or some awesome song in that montage. So be looking forward to that. I'm sorry I say a lot. Vile Visionary has, you know, a little bit of constructive criticism on me for that. He says I say too much, and I'm trying to get rid of that, and I'm trying not to speak through my nose, so I don't sound like, you know, I'm sick all the time. So if you notice that, you know, and you like it, please put it in the comments. But yeah, so there's again. So, well, again, so, you know, grenades out the ass is always good. Like, I tend to always throw my grenades first thing for their spawn, because, you know, you'll get several kills like that. And it's you know, a lot of fun to get a random frag grenade kill. But so I'm spawn trapping again here, and you'll see me. I think I got one more chopper gunner, so I think that was my 4th that in the end. 4 or 5, I don't know. I lost count after 3. So here is the point I was talking about in my earlier video about me seeing the dude go plant A, and I just leave him because I don't want to, you know, give up my spot, and it really pisses me off that I did that. Like, I look back on it and I'm like, I did not play for the team at all. So yeah, I get 0 plants and 0 defense this game, but I get 97 kills and 11 deaths. So I'm pretty pleased about that. But another thing I wanted to talk about is I silence everything. If you can't put a silencer on it, I pretty much don't run it, because a silencer in this game is so powerful. Like, it barely ever takes away any damage, and, well, there's my 4th chopper gunner. Barely ever takes away damage, and it's just, you know, you need to not be spotted in this game if you're gonna go for the higher kill streaks, because it takes 4 or 5 rounds to kill a person and not 2, like in Modern Warfare 2. And the kill streaks don't build. So that's another thing, is if the enemy does not know where you're firing from, then they're not gonna find you, because they do not watch kill cams, because they are programmed to hit the X button when they die. I know I barely, like, even when I think about it, I'm like, oh man, I wanna watch this kill cam, but I've already hit the X button, and so, you know, I'm already respawned. So I mean even in like capture the flag, where you've got a spawn delay, you know, if you hit X, you're fucked. You don't get to go back and look at that. So the best you can do is theater. But that doesn't matter for the amount of times that you're gonna get killed in the actual game. So more spawn traps. And I get like my 7th or 8th care package, and I'm gonna call it in right now and then go into my chopper gunner. And it's kind of funny, an enemy picks up my care package that I just threw down, and he doesn't even notice that I'm there. Like, I'm right there. And he picks it up, and it's just funny to me. That people don't really pay attention to their surroundings in this game, as opposed to, well, I mean, Halo, you know, you're pretty much always paying attention to your surroundings. I think the little that I do play it. But I mean, here it's even more. You need to pay attention even more. So that's the spot where he picks up my care package, and I'm lying right next to him. But yeah. So this game is wrapping up. I've got a couple more kills here. And I go 97 and 11. It's in my file share if you want to check it out, and it's also up on that screen, but I don't know if you guys will be able to read it or not. But yeah, I'll talk to you guys later, and here's a bonus clip.
The battle is lost, but the war has all but just begun. Hostile dog spotted in your area.
Planting Claymore.
Enemy mortars incoming. Enemy sentry gun